Mississippi, one of the most racist states in 1964. Half of the African American population lacked running water, and even less had toilets. Democracy was not practiced throughout African American population, as many were intimidated away from the polls, and segregation was as strong as ever. The COFO, Council of Federated Organizations, approved a plan for the Mississippi Summer Project, also known as Freedom Summer. Mississippi was 45% black, only 5% of them were registered voters. While the whites insisted that they simply did not want to vote, this was not true. The test to be able to vote was once that one had to be able to read or interpret a part of the local constitution, which was designed to fail freed slaves as they were not literate. With an increasing literacy rate for African Americans, they changed the test to read and interpret. This meant that while they may be able to understand it, it would be white men judging on whether or not the African Americans passed. Most of them did not. A white man once interpreted, "There shall be no imprisonment for debt," as "I think that a Negerer should have 2 years in college before voting because he don't understand." He passed.
Freedom Summer was a campaign in Mississippi to register blacks for voting. While 17,000 black residents registered, only 1,600 gained the right to vote. This was one of the reasons that it was necessary for federal voting legislation, which ended up being the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which guaranteed the right to vote for everyone, black or white. During the campaign, 3 civil rights volunteers were murdered for trying to gain African American rights. Their sacrifice is not forgotten, as they were part of the fight for equal rights.